Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3. This is equal to xy plus 61. We have that x and y, these are members of integers. So what is the value of x and what is the value of y? Now, let's provide a solution from here. We have x to the power of 3, subtract y to the power of 3. This is equal to x times y plus 61. X to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3. This is the difference of two cubes expressed as a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3, which can be expressed as a minus b into the parentheses. This is a to the power of 2 plus ab, then plus b to the power of 2. Applying this identity, then here we have x minus y. This is x to the power of 2 plus xy, then plus y to the power of 2. This is equal to xy plus 61. The next step is that we have x minus y into the parentheses. This is the same thing as x to the power of 2 plus xy, then plus y to the power of 2. Now, let's introduce minus 3xy plus 3xy. Close the parentheses. This is equal to xy plus 61. So, negative 3xy plus 3xy, this is the same thing as 0. So we have not outturned the equation here. So that now we have x minus y into the parentheses. This is x to the power of 2. Then minus, this is plus xy minus 3xy. This is minus 2xy plus y to the power of 2. Then plus 3xy. Close the parentheses. This is equal to xy plus 61. The next step is that we have x, subtract y. Here we have x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. This can be expressed as x minus y raised to the power of 2, then plus 3xy. Close the parentheses. This is equal to xy plus 61. The next step is that we can let x subtract y be equal to m, and we can let x times y be equal to n. So let's express this equation here in terms of m and n, so that we have m into the parentheses. This is m squared plus 3n. Close the parentheses. This is equal to n plus 61. Let's open the parentheses here. M times m squared, this is m to the power of 3 plus m times 3n. This is 3mn. This is equal to n plus 61. Now the next step is that let's take m to the power of 3 on the right hand side, so that we have 3mn subtract n. This is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3. Now here we have 3mn minus n. N is common here, so we factor out n. So this is 3m minus 1. This is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3. Let's divide both sides by 3m, subtract 1. This is 3m, subtract 1. So we can simplify here, so that n is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3 divided by 3m minus 1. We have 61 minus m to the power of 3. This is greater than 0, and also 3m minus 1, this is greater than 0. So this is to mean that 61 minus m to the power of 3, this is greater than 0. So we have that 61 is greater than m to the power of 3. We have 61 is greater than m to the power of 3. So let's get the possible values of values of m that does not exceed 61. So these values of m, we have 1, 2, and 3. So let's determine the values of n. Let's substitute the values of m. We have 1, 2, and 3. Let's substitute so that we get the value of n. So let's start with case 1. Let's start with case 1 here. We have n is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3 divided by 3m minus 1. So let's substitute m equal to 1 so that now we have n is equal to 61 minus 1 to the power of 3 divided by 3 times 1 minus 1. So this means that we have 61 minus 1 to the power of 3, this is 1, divided by 3 times 1, this is 3, minus 1. So we have n is equal to 61 minus 1, this is 60, divided by 3 minus 1, this is 2. So 60 divided by 2, this is equal to 30. So in case 1, we have m is equal to 1, and then n is equal to 30. Now let's proceed to case 2. Let's proceed to case 2. In case 2, we have m is equal to 2. So we have n is equal to 61 minus 2 to the power of 3 divided by 3 times 2 subtract 1. So this is to mean that n is equal to 61 subtract 2 to the power of 3, this is 8, divided by 3 times 2, this is 6, subtract 1. And this means we have 61 minus 8, and this is equal to 53 divided by 5. You find that 53 divided by 5, this is not an integer solution. This is not an integer solution. So we have that case 2 is rejected. So case 2 is rejected. Let's proceed to case 3. Case 3, we have m is equal to 3, so that n is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3, which is 3 to the power of 3, divided by 3 times 3, subtract 1. So this means that n is equal to 61, subtract 3 to the power of 3, which is 27, divided by 3 times 3, which is 9, minus 1. And this is equal to, we have 34, divided by 9 minus 1, which is 8. Again, this is not an integer solution. This is not an integer solution. So this means that case 3 is rejected. Case 3 is rejected. So we have that m is equal to 1, then n is equal to 30. Now, if you recall, from here, if you recall, we instated that we let x minus y be equal to m and n be equal to x times y. So we have the value of m equal to 1 and n equal to 30. So this is x minus y. This is equal to 1. And we have x times y. This is equal to 30. Now we have x minus y. This is equal to 1. We can make x to be the subject of the formula. So x is equal to 1 plus y. So let's substitute x into this equation here. We have x times y. This is equal to 30. So we have 1 plus y times y. This is equal to 30. So this is 1 times y. This is y plus y times y. This is y squared. This is equal to 30. So let's take 30 on the left hand side. So we have y to the power of 2 plus y minus 30. This is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation that you can solve by factorization method. We have the product is equal to negative 30. Sum is equal to 1. So let's identify these two factors. we have 6 and minus 5. 6 times minus 5, this is minus 30. 6 plus minus 5, this is 1. So we have y to the power of 2 plus 6y minus 5y minus 30. This is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. From the first part, we have y is common. We factor out y so that we have y plus 6, then minus 5 into the parentheses. This is y minus 30 divided by minus 5. This is plus 6, and this is equal to 0. So we have y plus 6, then we have y minus 5. This is equal to 0. Now here we have got two cases. We have that in case 1, we have y plus 6. This is equal to 0. And in case 2, we have that y minus 5. This is equal to 0. So we have y1 is equal to negative 6. And we have y2. This is equal to 5. Now, if you recall, we have that x is equal to 1 plus y. We have that x is 1 plus y. So let's solve for x1. x1 is 1 plus y is minus 6. And this means we have x1 is equal to 1 plus times minus 6. This is minus 6. And this is equal to negative 5. So we have x1, comma, y1. And this is equal to negative 5, comma, negative 6. This is the first set of solution that we have. Now, we have that y2 is equal to 5. So we can solve for x2, which is equal to 1 plus 5. And this is equal to 6. So we have x2, comma, y2. The second set of solution here, we have 6. This is 6, comma, 5. 6, comma, 5. So this is 6, comma, 5. This is the second set of solution that we have. So let's check x1, y1, and x2, y2 if this satisfies the equation. Now let's check if these two set of solution here satisfies the equation. We have x to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3. This should be equal to x times y plus 61. Let's start with x1, y1, which is minus 5 minus 6. So this is minus 5 raised to the power of 3 minus 6 to the power of 3. This should be equal to negative 5 times negative 6 plus 61. So this is minus 5 to the power of 3. This is negative 125. Subtract into the parentheses minus 6 to the power of 3. This is negative 216. This should be equal to minus 5 times minus 6. This is 30 plus 61. So this is negative 125 minus times minus 216. This is plus 216. This should be equal to 30 plus 61, and this is equal to 91. So negative 125 plus 216, this is equal to 91, which is equal to 91. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this proves that the first set of solution here, x1, y1, satisfies the equation. Let's check x2, y2 here. So we have 6 to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3. This is equal to 6 times 5, then plus 61. So 6 to the power of 3, this is 216, minus 5 to the power of 3, this is 125. This should be equal to 6 times 5, which is 30, plus 61. So 216 minus 125, this is equal to 91, which is equal to 91. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this proves that the second set of solution here, which is 6, 5, also satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.